The systems of the body require energy to perform their biological work. All the body systems require energy, including, of course, the muscular system. The basic source of the energy generated in the body is a substance found within the cells called adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. When energy is required, the ATP is broken down, liberating large amounts of energy. Within the muscles, prior to exercise, small amounts of ATP are present in the myofibrils. When a stimulus to contract is received, the ATP breaks down, activating the sliding filaments. This produces muscular contraction and thus movement of the body. However, there's only sufficient ATP present in the muscle to power one explosive contraction, and a system of rapid replenishment of ATP is essential. This replenishment is achieved in the following way. The breakdown of ATP is a reversible reaction. This allows the products of the reaction, adenosine diphosphate, or ADP, and phosphate, to recombine or resynthesize to form ATP again. There are a number of different sources of replenishment for the ATP. These are known as energy pathways. Sporting performance depends on the efficiency of these different energy pathways, and therefore this is a very important area of study. Some sports require only a single explosive movement. The energy for this single movement comes solely from the breakdown or splitting of the ATP already stored in the muscles. If we plot a graph of the duration of maximum effort against the percentage use of the various pathways, we see that these very short duration explosive activities rely totally on ATP splitting. Repeated muscular contractions require the immediate replenishment of the ATP supply. This is achieved by the rapid breakdown of another energy-rich phosphagen compound also present in the muscle, creatine phosphate, or CP. The splitting of each CP molecule provides sufficient energy to resynthesize one molecule of ATP. The ATP can now produce one more contraction, but then it must be resynthesized again by further CP splitting. There's sufficient CP stored in the muscle to sustain all-out activity for 8 or 9 seconds, after which replenishment from this source falls off rapidly. In the longer sprint events, such as the 400 meters and the 100 meters freestyle, another source of stored energy is called upon when the supply of CP has been exhausted. Sugar or glycogen, stored within the muscle, breaks down to produce the energy for the resynthesis of ATP. This process is called glycolysis, and because it occurs initially in the absence of oxygen, it's referred to as anaerobic glycolysis. This process also produces large quantities of lactic acid as a byproduct. When the lactic acid in the muscle reaches a high concentration, the muscle becomes fatigued and performance falls off. The onset of muscle fatigue due to the buildup of lactic acid occurs after about 60 seconds of intense activity. although the athlete's tolerance to this fatigue can be greatly improved by training.